Welcome to Know and Awaken Your Soul's Unlimited Potential. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This channel is all about me imparting wisdom and insights that I tend to gather from all the books I read, from all the modalities I tap into, from the insights I also get from my higher self and every time I do meditation. So my whole intention with me doing this channel is for me to impart this wisdom to you, because there's no point of me holding to the information. It doesn't help anyone if I'm not sharing it. So the whole point is for me to share the information to inspire you to think and act differently and transform your life positively. So if you resonate with this, subscribe to my channel. If you're not yet subscribed, click on the notification bell, which is next to the subscription button, to get notification or alerts every time I do a post so that you do not miss out on the amazing content. So today I want to talk about a lesson that I had to learn just most recently. And the lesson was coming from a point of understanding and love and compassion towards other people who don't have the same kind of belief system and the same kind of viewpoints that I have. I do realize that for some time I was kind of like tapping into my lower self by constantly judging other people just because they were not tapping into the modalities that I was tapping into. And my whole thing, my whole ego was coming from a perspective of, your methods don't work, so what can you tell me? I don't know if you're here, you might have had that kind of a conversation with yourself and someone else, especially if it's someone who holds a different view from you. So that's why I want to talk about this, because especially now with the wars that are out here, right, between Christianity and Islam, between a certain race and this and that, like it's so crazy because all of it is just coming from a point of, just because you're not tapped into my belief system, then you're wrong and you need to be my enemy. And I realized this deeply because it was reflected to me in such an amazing way by the universe, in the fact that in a couple of days, I had conversations with several people, which were not the highest kind of conversations possible. It was kind of like coming from a point of view of trying to put someone else down or trying to make it seem like someone else was not in high integrity or whatever in their work. So they were trying to impart their own insights to me and kind of like get me to agree with them and join them on their end. And I realized at the end of this conversation that, first of all, I felt so horrible at the end of the conversation. The kind of conversations that I love tapping into are the kind of conversations that kind of like lift you up and make you feel really good at the end of it all, not like shitty in a way afterwards, where like you feel dirty with yourself. And basically, that was the whole thing with the conversations that I had with this different people, that at the end of each conversation I just felt so horrible because I realized that those conversations were not my highest self. So I actually had to go and sit down and analyze this information that was being imparted to me, right? So number one, I asked myself, or I asked my higher self and my guide, why on earth am I all of a sudden attracting this kind of conversations to my vibration? Because I wasn't getting, because like, I'm not this way. But the answer that I got from my own reflection was the fact that if you're attracting this kind of people around you, it means that there's a sort of inner conflict inside of you that's, and the only thing that's happening is that the outside is just reflecting who you are on the inside. So I don't know if you're here, if you've never heard of this, but basically you attract the things around you based on the kind of vibration you're on. So if you're all about spreading hate and anger and jealousy towards other people, you'll find that you'll be attracting the same kind of energies in your environment to the kind of people you meet, to the kind of situations that you interact with. So if at all you're attracting the kind of people who are into like putting other people down, I'm not saying that that will be you necessarily, but you also need to like come from a point of reflection in yourself and just try and determine what about me is attracting this kind of person into my vibration, and really get raw and real with yourself. So for me, that actually came about after this conversation, where I realized that I have been tapping into the energy of judging other people just because I thought that certain modalities are not as effective as the kind of maybe the modalities I was tapping into. And that wasn't right. Because the one thing that I came to realize, that show love and compassion towards others, whether they are of the same view with you or not, it's okay. Like I always say, we're all different. So how I see and how I, like perceive the world is never going to be the same as how you perceive the world. So there's a beauty in how separate and how different we all are. So it doesn't matter if someone else vibrates with a certain piece of information or idea or person and you don't. It doesn't necessarily mean that your right is your way is the only way that is right. It also doesn't mean the same for this other person. It just means that the way that you guys are approaching life is different. But at the end of it all, I believe our soul's whole purpose is to grow and evolve. And it doesn't matter what modality we're tapping into to enable that, right? So if you're into, I'm just giving an example, so don't quote me, like if you're into energy healing and someone else swears by meditation as the way that they heal themselves, and someone else might tap into therapy as being the way that they heal themselves. I mean, all those modalities are okay because all of them are just helping you connect with your highest and better version. So whatever modality it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're different as long as it's all leading to the same destination, which is our soul's growth and our soul's expansion. So once again, let me reiterate this just to kind of like tell you what my message is for this video, which is one, have love, have compassion, have understanding towards other people who don't hold the same view as you, that it's okay that they're different. It doesn't have to be the same all the time. Number two, if you're at all attracting the kind of situations that are around you that maybe, and you know very well that they're not in your highest vibration, you gotta ask yourself, what about me, what is inside of me that's making me attract this kind of situations on the outside, and get raw and real with yourself. Because in order to fix the external aspect of things, you gotta fix what is in the internal. So you can't go to the external and say that you're the problem and not go inside and also figure out why on earth am I attracting this. So it has to be both ways. Fix the internal to fix the external. And that's it for today. Just tap into that, And I hope today's message really inspired you to think differently, really get raw and real with yourself, and just embody your higher self. That's all I'd want for the whole of humanity, for us to really tap into who we are at soul level, because the soul doesn't judge, the soul doesn't hate, the soul doesn't have anger, the soul it's all good. So if you're tapping into things which are of a lower vibration, which is anger, which is judgment, which is competition, which is jealousy or whatever, that's actually you tapping into your ego. So tap into more qualities of your soul, which is all about expansion and love and collaboration and all those good things, which is what I'm here for. So if you resonate with this, like today's video, give me a thumbs up if you agree. If you don't agree, also comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are, because I love to know if you agree with me or not. So share with me down below. And as always, check out the description box to see what I normally offer my clients, which is an Akashic healing, energetic healing, which helps you to energetically heal from your past life and present life negative karmic experiences, that we tend to attract the situations in our lives because they're a vibrational match to who we are at soul level. So in order to change these circumstances, we gotta change who we are at soul level. And that's what I'm here for. That's my mission. So if you agree with this, check out the link down in the description box. And I'm sending you so much love and so much blessings and virtual hugs wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye for now.